tell me about the incident. It was Soul Train Awards, I believe 96. In
Shrine Auditorium.
Yeah, basically, yeah, head to head.
Yeah.
All I know is there was some Muslims that were like brothers.
Definitely. It was at the Soul Train Awards, and me and Puff was somewhere in another part of the building, and somebody ran us and said that Big and Pac is beefing in the back. So me and Puff ran to the back to see what was going on, but by the time we got to the back, everybody was gone, but Death Row was coming towards us. So when Death Row came through the swinging doors, you know, I'm walking through the swinging doors to go see what's up with Big. I'm getting bumps from Death Row like this, boom, 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 boom. Death Row, man, Death Row, bumping me. We just got the Big to see what was going on. Big was like, yo, Pac was upset, mad, talking wild shit. You know, Big didn't get too crazy. You know, Big was like, yeah, whatever it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do nothing. You know, and Big never did nothing. What did Big do? Big never did nothing for Pac to dislike Big. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You know, the streets, Big ain't never did nothing. Big only inspired the streets, impacted the streets with his lyrics. So, I think it was Suge Knight. You know, it was Suge Knight's dictation, it was Suge Knight's influence that created this animosity, this behavior or the belief of the feeling towards Bad Boy Entertainment. It was all Suge's influence. You know what I mean? So like now, like if you used to go ask Daz and Corrupt and Snoop and all Dr. Dre and Yella and all the people that was around, say, yo, what's the deal with Bad Boy Entertainment? They gonna say, Bad Boy's the shit. You know, Snoop would love to do records with Puff right now. Daz would love to do records with Puff right now. You understand what I'm saying? Sugar's out the way. You know, and that was the influence. Like, you know what I mean? So.
I understand Puff is no bitch.
Yeah.
But from what I heard, and from other multiple people, is what I heard. That moment, when he saw Suge, Diddy, Puff ran under a car, or whenever he saw Suge, he ran.
Nah. Puff, you know,
So he never ran when he saw Suge.
He'll probably just go a different direction. Okay. But I don't think Puff, you know, Puff is smart. You know what I mean? If Puff can avoid it, he'll avoid it until he's ready to deal with it. You know what I mean? And that's Puffy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Puff ain't soft. You know what I mean? So sometimes we have to avoid things to avoid things. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I don't think Puff is gonna run and hide. Nah, that ain't Diddy. Diddy ain't doing nothing like that. You know what I mean? Diddy will get low.
I don't know. I heard he was scared of Suge. I know that.
I don't know. I don't think Diddy was scared, man. Diddy was no punk, man. You know what I mean? Diddy, you know, and then, you know, Diddy got his gangsters around him.
I know.
You know what I mean? So, you know, when you could be the softest dude in the world, but you know, Donald Trump got a Secret Service around him.
You got C Gutter around him.
You got C Gutter around, right? You know what I mean? You got Money L around him. You know what I mean? You got these dudes around him there. These dudes is gangsters, man. Like, you know what I mean? So, I like I said, man, I don't think Diddy. Yeah, Diddy ain't running high. That ain't Diddy's style. But Diddy's style is to avoid certain instances and certain things. Diddy's sharp to avoid like that. You know, because Diddy got a lot to lose. So this is why he thinks like this. Like if I go there and approach it, anything can come out of it. But if I step to the side and let things die down, then I can reapproach. You know what I mean? And you'll get a better understanding when you approach like that. So this is how I think Diddy is with that. But yeah, for the most, Diddy ain't soft and you know. Yeah, 'cause
I heard at that moment was real serious. That whoever ran or not, Big stood there. C Gutter was about to pop off, and Death Row was about to pop off. But Muslims came in the picture and said, brothers.
Right, yeah. That's the possibility that happened. You know, because there's a lot of Muslims that was around. That was a part of the set. You know what I mean? But
Nation of Islam guys. I'm sorry.
Say it again.
Nation of Islam.
Oh yeah, Nation of Islam. Yeah. Well, you know that. Yeah. You know, that's a good possibility because they was the ones that was doing security for the Shrine Auditorium. So just to keep the instances down and keep it at a minimum, you know, yeah, Puff ain't win. You know, he's not the type to go. Yeah, he ain't the type to go instigate. You know what I mean? So, and that's not his style. You know, as far as I know. Like, you know what I mean? But like, you don't know what goes on in the minds of people. Like, you know what I mean? We only know what goes on in our minds. You know what I mean? So to see somebody else's behavior, you still not going to know what's going on in their mind. For them to behave like that, you know, what triggered it, what made it happen, what made them do that, whatever. But I'm like, to this day, like 2021, man, I wish that we could have collaborated with Death Row. I wish we could have did songs with Death Row where we had a different understanding with each label. You know, because, you know, together we're more powerful. Separate, we lose our power. So.
Was it a sight for sore eyes? I'm not sure if you saw when seeing Pac come out of a red helmet on the west side.
Yeah. That was real in the back of the in the back. That was in the back of the Shrine Auditorium. You know.
You saw all this.
Yeah. After the dispersion, you know, Pac used to ride around. Yeah, the East Coast, West Coast, we roll. You know, that was Puff. That was Pac's ego. This is who Pac was. Like, you know what I mean? So, and then once again, under that influence of Suge Knight, you know, he had to do that. You know what I mean? He had to, like, you know what I mean? Like, we'll never know, like, how Pac really felt about Death Row. Was he just doing it temporary or was he doing it for forever? You understand what I'm saying? Because I know it was times that he didn't like Suge's politics. You know what I'm saying? But was Pac a gangbanger? Was Pac a gang? I never heard of him being a gangbanger. Like, you know, you understand what I'm saying? So, Suge was the gangbanger. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, you know, like, I just think Pac was just under that influence, under that dictation.
How tense was it in the Bad Boy camp when Hit 'Em Up came out?
Very tense. I never forget it but I can remember like it was yesterday. It was like, what do we do? Like, how do we respond? And Puffy's attitude is more like, you know, be gentleman about it. Don't be blatant and arrogant about it. And this is what Big was. This is Big's whole line of work, was to be gentleman, disrespectful. Yeah. Like I'm a gentleman at doing this. And it's a different level of respect instead of blatantly, erratically. You know what I mean? But the tension was very thick, man, because, you know, a lot of the staff was like, well, fuck it, fuck Death Row. You know what I mean? We the label. Like, you know, they mad. This is why they making these records. Because they mad. Bad Boy ain't making no records about Death Row until Death Row made the record.
Hey, again, guys, go to It's AGTV on YouTube. That's the homie. And he's got a great YouTube channel.